Welcome to the Dude Show Podcast, starring Patrick and Chris, with updates from our sexy bosom-blessed news girl and commentary from producer Lewis. Clothing is optional for this broadcast, so grab yourself a whatever, sit back, and prepare to eat pie like you're on death row, you son of a bitch. And without further ado, let's fire this motherfucker up! Yeah! Woo! All right. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing great, Patrick. How you doing tonight?
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you, too. Looking handsome.
Thank you. Bethany, ravishing as always.
Thanks. This is the best night
Always.
of my life.
Mm-hmm. Mikey, thanks for being here, pal. Lots to talk about. Thank you for being here. Had an interesting day. I started off great. Had a meeting in Santa Monica, and for those of you not living in Los Angeles, I'm based in Studio City. Santa Monica is about an 18-mile distance range from Studio City. But when you live in Los Angeles, 18 miles is 2 hours. That's a 2-hour commute.
Could
7
be.
years.
What the issue here is, in Los Angeles, we're overpopulated, and the freeway systems suck balls, and people don't know how to drive. So therefore, 18 miles, what would that, Chris, you're from New York.
I
18
am.
miles, what would that take?
You know about miles.
You know about miles in a non-congested area. How long would that take to get somewhere from 18 miles?
18 miles from the cow town that I'm from would probably take 18 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
Whereas in Los Angeles, that
2
is
hours.
anywhere from an hour to 2 hours.
Yeah. So
depending-
today it took 2 hours. I had a big meeting in Santa Monica. That's where all the production companies are.
Fancy.
Yeah, that's where all the production companies are. Now, I didn't mind the 2-hour drive because I anticipated that, because I know this fucking shithole city. So I knew that I was going to be in my car for 2 hours, and I was okay with that. Now, where the day went south was when I pulled into an underground parking garage underneath one of these fucking production company bullshit facilities. Now, the way LA works is, first off, it's all about money. So you have parking structures that are manned by people with origins unknown. Those are the people in charge of them. And in order to make money, they parking garages that would hold 30 cars, they stretch it out to 50. Okay? So they keep real tight spaces in there. So as I'm pulling in, I have a guy speaking a language I do not know or recognize.
Not English.
A lot of facial hair, big eyebrows, waving me in, backing me into a spot. And now I'm in a rush because I've been on the freeway for 2 hours, a very important meeting I got to make. So as I'm backing in, I tap the back end of another car. It was a neon.
A Dodge Neon?
Love those.
Is it a Dodge Neon? This car was purple.
Was it called a Neon? Or was
I
it just
saw neon
colored?
on the back.
Oh, then
It's a
yeah, it was a
girl-powered
Dodge
car.
Neon.
Yeah, what's that come off out of? What do you drive off on that? 14,
That's about a 13.9.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Which is
If you got good credit.
Where I'm
know.
going with this story. Where I'm going with this story. So I bump into it, and the guy goes, whoa. This is the guy backing me in, by the way. The guy backing me in does this to me. So I bump in. I immediately stop. And so I get out of the car. I've obviously hit someone.
Oh.
So I go around, and the guy's, what the hell? I told you to stop. And so I look around, and there is a Tic Tac sized indent in the front bumper of the car that I backed into.
$10,000.
You wait there, Bethany. The payoff's coming. So I inspect it, and I go, all right, fine. I guess what happened, it was the screw in my bumper license plate bumped into it and left a screw indentation into this.
Into the plastic bumper of this Dodge Neon.
Dodge Neon, yeah.
Yes.
So I get out of the car, and I go, all right, well, let me do the right thing. I whip out the insurance thing. By the way, the person is not there. We just have the guy, the security guard or whatever, the guy in charge of the parking garage, who waved me into that car, by the way.
Right, yeah.
And so I pull out the insurance. I leave a business card with a note saying, sorry I bumped into your car. Late for a meeting. Call me. We'll work this out, with my number. I put it on the underneath the windshield, and I start walking to the elevator. Security guard chases me down and says, no. You're not going anywhere. You're staying here until that person comes back for their car. And I said, look, dude, I'm in a rush. I'm very important.
You are.
I don't know.
I think you are.
Hi-yo.
And so I did the right thing. There's my information. That person will call me, and we'll work this out. And he said, oh, no. You're staying here.
Citizen's arrest.
Yeah, citizen's arrest. And I said, look, dude, I'm not going to do round 3 of tard talk with you. There's a business card with a note with my insurance card on that window.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make good on this. So you don't need to worry about me. Okay? And he goes, I know that person that owns that car. She's gonna be pissed. And I said, that's fine. Here's the deal. Why don't you go scrape my fucking business card off that windshield? Call that number. I have my phone right here. It's gonna ring. All right. This is not an elaborate hoax where I'm going to try and get out of this. I'm going to work this out with her. That tic-tac indentation into that bumper. I'm going to make sure that she feels good about this. So he goes, I can't let you go. I go, fuck off.
Yep.
Suck my dick.
Please.
Wow.
And I'll be back down. And so that's the deal. And the guy just looked at me, threw his arms at me because he had no more ammunition.
No, I mean,
so I go up and I go up and do the meeting. 30 minutes in, I get a text from the woman saying, "Hey, give me a call. I heard you bumped into my car. Blah 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 blah." Now, I called the woman. We worked it out for an undisclosed amount.
Undisclosed
Ooh,
sum.
under the table.
Ooh, sexy.
It was $500.
wow.
Dangerous.
I thought it was undisclosed. Come on.
And I'm driving home on
Car
the
wasn't worth $500.
No, it wasn't. And to be honest with you, yeah, she didn't get that Tic Tac fix. She pocketed that $500. But I'm okay with it. I'm not mad at her. But for a time, I was mad at the guy, and now I'm driving home. But then I, ironically, hear a news story.
But then
That said, I was listening to like NPR, and it said, this is like 10 minutes after I'm driving off out of that fucking parking garage. It said 60% of the time in Los Angeles during an accident, people drive away. Hit and run.
It happens so often.
beaten feet.
You're so noble.
So when I really think about it, that security guard, what we've done to him is we made him believing that he needs to hold me there because he doesn't want me to run away. Chris, please.
If I may, I think he kind of took it personally because I think maybe he might have he said he knew the woman. I think he might have had a little like parking lot attendant crush on her, and he was trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho. He's like, oh no, I know that car, and you can't walk away. I need you to do that. And you're like, look, Borat sidekick, I got some shit to do right now. I got a meeting, TV. You know what I'm saying? TV, yes. Me. Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think he probably parked her car and he was feeling responsible for that. And she might see it. By the way, she would have never noticed this.
Never.
He brought it to her attention, and then she saw that she needed to be paid for that. Which, again, I'm kind of okay with that. I've been burned out by Los Angeles. Like, I understand everybody needs a payday. They've been affected by other people. But, again, I moved more towards I'm not mad at this guy either because we've been challenged with this concept that people in this fucking horrible city hit your car and then drive away, and they're okay with
all
it.
The time.
Mm-hmm. I've had it happen.
Do tell, please.
I've in parking garages. I mean, I'm in various parking lots every day. I'm in 5, 6, 7 different parking lots for various big box retailers. So I come out, I have a newer car at this point, and I'll come out and I'll be like, oh, wow, that big scrape on my bumper wasn't there. And it's just like, was it a shopping cart? Was it some, dickhole trying to get 6 people into a little Scion XB? What happened? Was it the rivets on an oversized pair of jeans squeezing between the two cars to scrape it?
Now,
it could be a myriad of things, Patrick.
But
Myriad.
guys, here's the bigger question.
Yes.
Where are we going with society? Where we damage someone else's property, and then we say, I'm just going to leave. I mean, are we okay with that? Because I'm not. Yeah, I'm pissed. Yeah, I'm bored.
Evidently the judges aren't.
I'm pissed.
But I mean, not even cars, but people hit people and then just leave.
They do, Pat.
Like, yeah, like my boyfriend got hit by a bicycle, or while he was riding on his bicycle, by a truck, and they just ran off. They almost ran over him trying to get away. They were like in their work truck. Cedar Sinai Bill for ya. Brain bleed. Thank you.
And what happens after that accident, Mikey? We just crash, and then what do we do after that? Like, how's LA operate? You smash into somebody. What do you do after that?
Run like a motherfucker.
That's right.
Mikey, no.
That's right.
Do the right thing.
Yeah. I was this was a few years back. I was dating a gal, and we had a late night, and I was driving, and as I was trying to park in front of her apartment building,
Drunk?
No, you know.
Wow.
I was drinking that night, but I was not drunk. The reason I'm a bad driver. The reason, but I bump into a car and just bump the car, and she goes, "Move! Get the fuck out of here! Let's pull out of here!"
Whoa, not her first time.
And I thought that was interesting. That was her first reaction is, "Get out of here!" You know.
She's a flight.
Yeah.
Yep. She's gonna
yeah.
cheat on you, buddy.
Fight or flight.
Red flag.
I've hit some cars, and I don't have that in me to just bail on them. I don't.
The core.
Look, I'm not that good, but when it comes to fucking with other people's shit, I feel bad. Like, I could never smash in someone's door and drive away.
I've had my car keyed. Actually, it was a rental car that I had. And I got it completely keyed right before I turned it in, like probably 2 hours before I turned it in. And I didn't do anything wrong. They must have thought I was like some whorish ex-girlfriend or something.
Did you buy the insurance?
Of course.
Yeah, there you go.
Chris,
No muss, no fuss.
do people that are brought up properly with morals and ethics engage in this type of behavior, or is this just people with no insurance?
Everybody has a low moment. I've
tight.
had a low moment where I've tapped somebody at some point, and there wasn't really a lot of damage, and then the person actually said, well, somebody stopped short in front of me, blah, blah, blah. Exchanged some things, and then just kind of let it go off into
That's
the ether.
not running away, though.
It's kind of digitally running away, you know.
Digitally.
Here's the other side.
It's a little bit of a Hollywood blow off.
Here's
Blow
the other.
off.
Here's the other side of the coin.
Yeah.
You do leave the note, and then the next day, you get a call from a lawyer saying that actually the person that owned the car was in the back seat sleeping, and now his back is broken.
Right.
And now he wants to sue you for everything you own. And then
Why was he sleeping in the back seat?
Well, you know how this is a very litigious society we created for ourselves. So it's almost like this cycle of like you're almost like you bumped into somebody. You're like, well, $500 fucking deductible on that. That's like 2 blowjobs, you know.
What?
You know, like
wow.
You know, but that's how people legitimize. They're like, she's probably married to a rich guy or something. But what you think is, if I leave a note, then I'm gonna get a call from a fucking lawyer.
Yeah.
And they're gonna ruin my life.
Yeah.
So I see the justification on a certain level from some people saying like, there's a 2-inch scratch on some guy's passenger door.
It's playing the percentages, you know. It's a 50-50 shot. Somebody's going to leave a note. Somebody's going to... Anybody in Los Angeles, it's a 50-50 shot whether somebody's going to act right or not.
Right.
In any situation.
I have a confession to make.
Yeah.
And that is that when I was brand new in LA and really broke and everything was going terribly wrong, I ran into someone and knocked their mirror off. Originally put a note on and then later went back and took it off. I couldn't be that noble at the time.
Wow.
It was a low point.
You know, Bethany, we're all human. That's what I'm saying. I had like I said, I had something happen where I did not act correctly, and it still haunts me a little bit. And it's just like, you know,
I feel good
no matter
now.
you know, you hold yourself. If you act, you try and do your best all the time. But
Yeah.
every once in a while, you have that moment where you're just like, fuck it, I'm going to be a shitbag like everybody
I'm going to
else.
let it go.
Yeah, I'm going to let this one go.
Circle of trust.
Yes,
I'm going to let it go.
By the way, guys, I like that we're kind of all saying that we're faulted.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
Human.
we're about to play one of my favorite games.
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. We're all faulted, which at times we can all be annoying. But there are some people that take that to another level.
Really?
Okay? Yeah. So the game we're going to play today is called Who's More Annoying? Mikey, hit it, please.
Who's more annoying?
Is it that Asian chick doing 25 in a 50-mile-an-hour zone who's more annoying? Or is it that dude with the crispy yellow toenails wearing sandals for all to see in a public setting where food is served?
This is beautiful.
Where food is served. Let's discuss.
That was the sexiest
Scat.
thing.
Let's get it on.
Wow, let's get it on.
I have
Get it on.
ever
By the way,
heard.
I hate guys that wear sandals. All right, let's fucking do it. First up, round one. This is how the rules are. Here's the rules, guys. We got 3 rounds.
I hate jazz and scat. So
He needs some cough syrup.
I'm against everything. These little scissor.
She needs some
All right.
syrup.
Thanks, Chris.
No
All right,
problem.
round one. We're gonna name 2 people that are annoying.
Okay.
You're gonna pick one of them.
All right, I
But
am.
please, to the best that you can, describe why one is more annoying than the other.
much pressure.
We're gonna go around.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go to the judges because we have experts on who's
Goddamn
annoying.
judges. I
hate
hate those
them.
judges.
My resentment grows.
All right. So round one, McRitchie, we're gonna start with you.
Of course.
Okay. Round one.
important.
Can we
Yeah.
have some
Big guy.
music here?
Big guy.
All right. Round one. Here we go.
All right, what do we got?
Guy taking his time walking across a crosswalk while multiple cars sit waiting in the middle of an intersection. Or
Or
snippy, unhelpful, heavy-set woman of color working at the DMV.
They're both racist.
oh wow. How is that both racist? And Bethany, wait your turn. Criminy sakes.
Okay, Chris.
Well, I would say a guy crossing the street or snippy DMV employee.
Of heavy-set.
Heavy set of color. Well, okay. Myself, quickly, since I only have to deal with the DMV once every couple of years, that doesn't really bother me.
Mm-hmm.
I expect, it's a city job, it's a public service, it's good pension, but it's not very exciting. However, the person who lollygags their way across a crosswalk when I have someplace to be and basically makes me miss the light because there's basically a family, fleeing something or just some, homeless jam car dude just making his way because he's got nowhere to be and nothing to do. And I do. And he looks back at me and he's like, I know you got somewhere to be, man, but I'm just gonna fucking take my time.
Malice.
I am gonna stroll. I am gonna strut my stuff in the hot LA sun because this is my moment. And fuck you and your car and your air conditioning.
So I think you haven't given an answer yet, but I think
I'm sorry. I was riffing. It's definitely the guy in the crosswalk for me.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely
right,
because
so-
I have to deal with that on a daily, hourly basis.
Once again, we're not going to the judges till all 3 of us answer,
Okay.
but let's go to the crowd to see what they think of that answer because
the crowd. What? Yeah.
they're on your side, Chris.
I feel
your
like it's
side.
my birthday. They're never on my side.
So, Bethany, we're gonna put this over to you now. Dickhead walking across a crosswalk,
Okay.
taking his time. He knows that
Yep.
he's holding up traffic, but he's walking. He's not like trying to expend any energy, like giving like at least a kind of a little upbeat in his
He's
step.
putting on a show.
Yep. Or that that heavy-set woman of color working at the DMV. There's a long line, but she's taking her time too.
She's taking her time. Or
And
she's
then when you
rude.
get up there, she's doing a little bit to try and work against you. You know what I
Okay.
mean? She's not trying to be helpful.
Yeah.
So who's more annoying, Bethany?
Well, for me, coming from a small town and moving to Hollywood, the Hollywood DMV causes me serious anxiety and it's trauma. I feel like I have issues because of that place. So when I'm at the DMV, I'm already in a little kooky state and I just want to get the fuck out. And it's traumatizing to me. So I would like for her to smile at me because I always try to be really nice to them. And sometimes they just make it really worse. And then the guy, I think that, what's the rush, really, walking across the street? I mean,
So you're leaning more towards that guy.
I don't like that he's
cross-
spiting me, but I don't have trauma there. I'm listening to my tunes.
I don't like your answer.
Well,
I'll
Chris,
throw that
bad.
out there.
Chris,
I don't like it.
to be
Let's
fair,
fight.
the rules state that we all have our answer. Okay.
I'm choosing to
it's my
not like it.
voice.
Can you feel the tension?
No,
in the air right
there's
now?
some
Let's
tension.
fist fight.
It's called being wrong.
So Bethany,
Yeah.
I'm sensing that your answer is that you do not like the heavy-set woman with an
That
attitude.
would be more annoying to me personally, from my personal experience.
Wow. I'll tell you, the crowd here tonight is divided. Apparently,
They
because
evidently.
They think we're all pretty good, which is nice. Finally get
Mm-hmm.
affirmation.
Well, I'm glad you guys started first and you both have different opinions because I am going
We
to
do.
be the judger and the decider because I know the correct answer. Because
Always.
I've
You
seen,
do?
Yeah, I deal with both these people on a daily basis.
Okay.
First off, let me get into the psychology.
First
of both.
off.
First off, let me get into the psychology of both these people.
All right. Do it.
Snippy, unhelpful, heavy-set woman of color at the DMV.
Oh,
She's got attitude.
yeah.
Okay.
Possibly a
And
yeast infection.
now, Chris, this woman is paid well.
Absolutely.
She
Benefits.
is rolling in dough.
3 weeks. There's a reason why these people fight for these jobs. Okay.
Fist fight to the death.
Now, I don't like her. I don't like her at all. Because she holds a position of power, and I hate that when someone holds power over you. She's got you. When you're waiting in that line, she knows she owns your ass. So I hate her for that. And they always do everything they can, especially in LA, to make sure that they make your day more miserable than it could ever possibly be. Like, I love when they flip those pages and type into those computers and then come back and go, "Oh, you didn't sign that form?" No, I didn't. I did not sign that form. And they go, "Oh, yeah. Well, you're going to have to come back here next week and re-sign a form." We've all had that happen to us.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I hate her. I hate her. But the guy walking across the street, I hate that guy way more.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
He is an asshole. And you want to know why he's an asshole?
Yes.
Because that fucking asshole.
You fucking asshole.
He doesn't have the man hanging over him like the DMV.
No.
He's an individual.
Oh, free spirit.
Yeah, he's like that fucking prick at Starbucks that individualizes his order for 20 minutes with I'll take soy milk with
That's me.
2 shots of decaf. Bethany, I love you. Don't tell me that.
That's a story for another podcast about
he-
Starbucks orders. Trust me.
First off, this is why he's more annoying. He's walking. Okay, notice. Did you get the details of this?
Yeah.
He's walking across a walkway.
How dare he?
Yeah. So, and he's taking his time, which means he doesn't have a car.
He
Or
might
maybe-
he might
He
be on
likes-
probation.
He likes brisk walks.
Yes. Be
Um,
a health enthusiast.
I don't like this guy because he's also putting people in danger. There's cars in the middle of an intersection.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I cross a crosswalk when I see cars waiting, I give a little jump in my step.
Yeah.
Or
Hurry
pretend
up, man.
to, at least.
And I can see people like out of my peripherals that they appreciate that.
I give a little
I-
wave sometimes.
yeah.
Thanks,
Let-
guys.
Let me say this, Pat. If you're walking in a crosswalk versus being in a car, you really don't really have any place to be in a hurry. You know what I mean? People driving, they're in a hurry. They definitely have a destination they're going.
Jobs.
They have a time frame. You're crossing a crosswalk, you're just strolling gingerly through it. You're just going.
I also think that this guy possibly is okay with death because we live in LA. Like, he can be run over at any given point. Like, so this guy's got nothing left, nothing to
Dangerous.
live for. So I'm gonna go throw this to the judges. I think
The judges.
Chris and I both
all
agree
know
that
I
we hate
lost.
this guy, but really it's not up to us. It's up to the judges, and let's throw that to them. Who's right, judge? Yes!
Finally.
Ah, ha, ha, ha. Bethany, suck on that, baby.
I
All
feel
right.
like I'm always going to have to suck
So
on it.
Chris and I are 1-1, and you are 0. Round 2. Are we ready? Let's bring this to the audience,
All right.
or let's
do it.
let's enjoy round 2 here.
Get it on.
Can I hear the quiz music for round 2? Round 2.
Whoa.
Okay, here we go. Guy who does all his gambling at 7-Eleven with the purchase of various Powerball picks and scratchers, while the line behind him is 8 customers deep. Okay. That guy. Oof, we hate him. Or guy you overhear at a party trying to pick up a chick by asking her what her tattoos mean. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, Bethany, we started with Chris last time. Why don't we start with you this time? Okay. So we have a guy trying to get laid, and the way his in is, he sees horrible tattoos on a chick, and then he starts asking her what they mean. Or that poor dude wearing flip-flops with tube socks, spending 5 minutes like pointing down at the glass case at 7-Eleven with an Indian woman, like furiously trying to,
I can
meet his
only
needs.
speak from my personal experience here. And that is that, first of all, I pay at the pump. So I usually don't go in and stand in line there. But when I did, there was a guy that was buying. The Powerball was like really big, like a couple weeks or months ago or something. And this guy was genuinely excited and was like talking to everyone else in the line about how this was, it didn't bother me. I felt like he had a zest. And some hope, and he was in it. I think that's, it was kind of good. The tattoo guy, I mean, God bless you men having to hit on women all the time and come up with.
It's rotten.
It's a
Bethany,
hard life.
We're gonna need an answer.
Well, I mean, obviously, I think that tattoo guy, you got men in general, yeah, he sucks more. He's more annoying. Tattoo guy. Yeah.
The guy trying to get laid by
Yeah,
asking a girl when he sees a dolphin on her arm. Like,
what the deep
Meaning
meaning
of
is
that.
behind that. Yeah, that's. Come up with something.
Okay,
else.
let's bring this to the audience. How's the audience feel about Bethany's answer? I mean, a lot of people are enthusiasts about tattoos. Yeah, well, all right. Okay. So, Bethany, you are tattoo guys annoying. Okay, Chris, what say you?
Okay, what are the choices again? Give me a
We
brief
have
synopsis. here.
guy trying to get laid at a party.
Okay.
Seeing a girl's tattoo, and he's asking her what it means. And you overhear this.
Okay.
That guy's pretty annoying.
Right.
Then we have a guy, you're running in to just grab some half and half for your coffee the next morning. And now you realize that the line's 10 people deep because a guy who, by the way, has no business spending $28 on scratchers.
Hell no.
Is there picking them out. And by the way, like each one is different. He should just take the whole roll. But no, he's having that poor Indian woman behind that counter. Scratch. He goes, hey, how much is that one? And, we're all rolling our eyes
the
behind
10,
him.
the 5,
So that
yeah.
person,
Okay.
who, Chris, is more annoying?
Well, Patrick, you know me very well. So I think you already know the answer to this, but, for the sake of entertainment and folks, I'm going to extrapolate on this.
Dude, we got an hour to kill here.
Yeah,
Please,
I know. Well,
please do.
I can, I'm as windy as Chicago, man. Come on. So, the dude, like, making inane party chatter with a girl with some ill-advised tattoos, that doesn't really bother me. I can walk away from that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not waiting online to buy a chimichanga behind that dude. You know what I mean? Unless I want to buy her chimichanga, which is possible.
And then he
depending
sucks.
depending on the tattoos. But I mean, the guy's got to, God bless him. You got to get in somehow. You'd be like, I'm looking at, terrible tattoos and tramp stamps and being like, no, did daddy sign off on that? Or what did daddy do to you? Or there's
It's always daddy.
Okay, my favorite word. It's a whole, it could be a myriad of things. And Patrick, you know that I hate inconvenience in public life. I hate being in public. I don't really like people. It's well documented.
That hurts
And
my
if it isn't,
feelings.
it is now. Dealing with the rabble, with the wretched refuse, it's the bane of my existence.
Crowd loves
Thank
you,
you.
though.
Yeah, the crowd feels me.
We all hate people.
Dealing with people, like I'm dealing with people at gas pumps, dealing with people in any sort of convenient manner. That is way more annoying because that makes my blood pressure rise. When you go into a convenience store and it becomes inconvenient, I can't. It defeats
Nailed it.
it defeats
Chris,
the whole purpose.
That's why there's 4 seats at this table and you have 1, sir. Because you
Nailed it.
You know how to hit home. Okay, you know how to hit a home fucking run. It's called a convenience store.
That's
But
right.
now it's being very inconvenient. Let me write that down.
Yes.
That's good. That's really
All right,
good.
so
There's a
Chris,
delay in my convenience.
I believe you have your answer. We're not going to the judges, as we know, but let's see what the crowd has to say about your answer. Okay, they like
liked it. All loved
Thank
it.
you.
Loved it.
Thank you. Community college served me well.
Chris, I'm not going to hide my feelings. I'm going to be brief here. I'm going to just jump on your point.
Please.
Always.
As much as I hate the guy who's trying to make small talk with a broad, trying to get laid with the asking of the tattoos, I've been that guy. All right. In my early 20s, I did when I had no game. I might
where
have
it came
used
from.
that as an opener.
Yeah.
So
not?
I hate him,
But you are him.
but I can relate.
Ben him.
So let's get over to very briefly. Let me get over to the scratch ticket guy.
Please.
I hate that guy. And in fact, at one point, I told a woman. It was a woman.
A female.
She turned to me and said, "Oh, I hope to have some luck." And I said, "Sweetheart." She was like 58 or something. And by the way, I shouldn't be dispensing advice to people that are twice my age. But I said, "Baby doll, I got some advice for you. Why don't you take that $12 that you just handed to the cashier over there? Why don't you put that in your pocket?
And get the fuck
Walk-
out of
walk-
here.
walk
Save
away.
it." Yeah. Because I didn't say this, but lottery's for losers. It's a tax on poor people, and I just don't think it's right, and I think it's a waste of time and waste of money. So, and I don't appreciate that they hold up the line. So I am once again, Chris, with you.
Thank you.
on this.
I
So-
feel like you guys have convinced me, though.
Have we
I'm
brought you
on
around?
your train.
Are you gonna-
That, or I just want to be right.
you want to change your answer.
Yeah, can I change my answer so I can be right?
Sure. All right. So we all think that let's go to the judges. We all think that the guy buying scratchers, taking up everybody's time, kidnapping it. Time will never get back.
Kidnapping. Holding it hostage.
Well, let's go to the judges and see if we are right. And I'm pretty sure we are. Yep, we are.
There we go.
Bethany, good move on
My
your
new
part.
strategy, just
There
agree
we go.
with you.
Okay,
The
so
judges' bells. What does the crowd think? The crowd.
I guess we
Do
don't
you
have
like
we're all
us?
consensus?
They do.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I really like us.
Look at that.
So we're gonna do a speed round here because we're running
All right,
out of time,
speed round.
guys.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna be real quick about this. Keep your answers very short. All right. Can I have cue the quiz music, sir? All right. Round 3. Bethany, you have 1 point. Chris and I have 2. So all you can do is tie
But
this.
Yeah.
don't I get another one for that last one?
Maybe. All right.
Double Jeopardy.
Double jeopardy. Yep. Thanks. Man. Thanks.
Wow.
Man. All right. Round 3. Guy talking on his cell phone in a social environment so loud everyone can hear the intimate details about his life.
Oh.
Or chick that is dressed like a stripper at a bar and give dudes the fucking shit face, stink eye, when they check her out. Okay? All right. So, recap here. Douchebag talking on his phone. We know this guy, okay, living in L.A.
Oh, yeah.
We can hear every word he's saying. In fact, we can get the gist of his whole life. Or chick that is dressed like a hooker, and when guys check her out, she gives them a look like, fuck you for checking me out, okay? Why don't we start with me?
That's
Please.
Speed round. I hate the guy that's on his phone. He's pretty annoying. That guy that like, oh, stocks are up. Oh, gold and silver are $22 right now. By the way, in a men's bathroom at a club. That guy is super annoying.
Yeah.
All right, I could never get a beer with that guy. I mean, he's right there with the guys that have neck tattoos. Like him and I aren't gonna go get a beer.
Oh, I like a good neck tattoo.
But the chick that's dressed like a hooker and then gives you a dirty look when you're checking her out, she's more annoying to me. She's more annoying because
Naturally.
she's playing a psychological game. I don't like psychological warfare in my free time. Okay? I'm not playing chess when I'm at a bar.
time.
So she is more annoying to me. Okay? So that's my final answer. Bethany, why don't we go over to you?
She's your nemesis.
Yep.
Well, since I've never really experienced being attracted to a slutty girl in a club and then her blowing me off, I would have to say, wait, what's the other option? One more time.
Or you have a dude talking on
Oh,
his
the
cell
guy
phone so
talking
loud.
on
But
his
no,
cell
he's not just talking on his cell phone. He's giving everyone in the room.
Oh, he
he's a
knows what he's
narcissist.
doing.
Yes,
He
he's a
knows.
narcissist. He's what he's saying is like, oh wow, did we overpay for that houseboat? Because I thought it was only $22 million.
And
It's
then
$21.5. So
And then his phone rings, and he picks it up for real because he was having a fake conversation
Wow.
with his
Yeah.
phone. It usually happens at the car wash for me.
okay, fair
The
enough.
car wash in the waiting
So
area.
I am since I can't really relate to no girl's ever given me the stink eye, so I have to go with the guy. It's very very serious in LA. It happens a lot. People love to just tell you what they're talking about.
Yeah, they do.
All right. So Chris, where are you with this?
I will say that people oversharing on their cell phones in public is epidemic. So you can't really even get mad about that anymore. It happens so much. I can get mad about that. I'll tell you what. But let me tell you, the girls that go out in public places, dressed like hookers, okay, we'll break it down to an even smaller area. Okay, girls that have their breastises on display. You know, like they're taking the girls for a walk, and like they're at the bar by themselves, and they're looking for drinks. They're looking for something.
Maybe she's doing it for her.
Yes, she is. It's girl power.
Just her.
It's girl power, baby. Yeah. So, like, obviously, I agree with you.
We're aligned once again. Look, heavy dose of both these people should like burn in hell because they're extreme narcissists, right? Like,
yeah.
All right. Well, Chris, by you saddling up with me, once again,
hi ho.
You're gonna win.
Hi-ho,
we
man.
could be double winners here.
Right.
So Chris, your final answer is the douchebag that is on his phone.
No.
No. I'm saying is not as annoying.
No, not at all.
As the slut.
Nope, that's epidemic.
Giving you the stink ID.
No, the slut.
Technically not a slut. She just likes revealing clothing.
All right.
You're not...
So why don't we check out? I'll tell you what. Why don't we see if Chris and I were right, and if we are, then Bethany's shit out of luck. So let's go to the judges. Judges, please let me know. Please surprise us. I don't know. Let us know. Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Oh my God.
Are you fucking? Does that mean Bethany was right
I
on that?
didn't prepare a speech. That's the
Bethany,
first time.
I guess you're the winner. Let's maybe the crowd's very excited about this.
They like me.
Enjoy your moment.
Oh, guys.
Wow.
I'd like to
I
thank
wish-
no one.
I wish we had one moment in time right now.
By the way, technically that
R.I.P.
means
Whitney.
technically we're tied, but that's fine. We have we can play
give
that
it
next
to
time.
me.
But
Come on.
you know what, Bethany? You won, but you win every day when you're in this room because now once again is your time to shine, baby girl.
Yeah, babe.
Mikey, hit it. It's time for Bethany to bring
It's
it.
time for the Dude Show News Show.
Only in this room I
Prepare
shine.
to be informed, because our news girl is down for almost anything. Now let's give it over to Bethany.
Oh,
Bethany,
you never get to hear that last part. It's very important.
you know
it is.
All right, Bethany. Let's not talk about anal sex. What else? What do you got in the news, baby girl? Let's hear it.
Okay, 2 men in Las Vegas in their early to mid-20s knocked on a neighborhood resident's door at 6:34 a.m. stating that they were Mormon missionaries and had come to spread the word of the Lord. After the male resident stepped out and spoke with the men, the supposed missionaries held him up at gunpoint and proceeded to rob him.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Now let me ask you this, Bethany. Mormons. What's the difference between them and those Jehovah Witness people?
Well, I think that it's just like a different text that they study.
But like, don't Mormons get to sleep with multiple broads? Or?
Some of them do. Some of them, I think mostly they just believe that like Jesus hung out in America with like the Indians, and that's where it all went down. There was like a man named John. He was really important. Like their Jesus, like new Jesus.
All right, so
Do you even know what that means?
No.
let me get into this for a second. So, what they pretended they were Mormons and they robbed some dude, or
Yes.
all right, what else would they take away? Do we have?
I don't know what they took away, but the local police encouraged people not to open their doors to strangers anymore after this.
I had a kid that worked for me. He was a Jehovah Witness, and nice kid. His name was Jesse, and he had told me that his schedule was they would wake up at 5 a.m. and start knocking at doors.
Yeah.
By the way, if you knocked at my fucking door at 5:30 in the
6:30.
morning,
Yeah.
I might rob you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be so pissed off. But I assume that this robbery was done in the morning, or what?
It was it was 6:30 a.m. and that's what the police said should have kind of alarmed him, that it was kind of strange.
Yeah. And where did it happen? Obviously not in Los Angeles because those guys
was
would
Las
be
Vegas,
dead.
actually.
Las Vegas.
Yeah, you should expect that sort of thing in Vegas.
Yeah.
Would you really, Chris? Why?
Well,
Mormons. They go there to
because it's a big grifting town. Everybody is working some sort of angle. And I pose this question to you, Brittany.
Wow, that's not my name.
I know. I pose this question. For all intents and purposes, your name's Brittany right now. We're just going with that.
Switch it up.
What's the difference between two people posing as religious folks robbing someone as opposed to actual religious folks robbing people of their money on a daily basis.
Ooh, deep.
Well, one
Yeah.
starts out with handing out paper materials, I think.
Well, when the witnesses used to show up on my porch, my mother used to chase them off with a broom.
Is that right?
No joke. Because they would show up. They would show up on. I mean, these are Mormons. The Mormons never showed up, but the Jehovah's Witnesses would show up on Easter Sunday, and yeah, Mom used to get the broom out. It happened.
The broom.
Yeah, the broom.
Mormons are super nice. Have you met them? They are super.
Well, have you gotten into
super
that religion?
fucking
It's
nice.
pretty crazy. I learned a little bit because I think Mitt Romney, the guy who was running
he
for
was
he
Mormon.
was, and
Still is.
I don't know if this is true, but they did a little expose on him. They're like, Mormons, do you realize that religion is only 250 years old? By the way, they're crazy. Like it was one of these things where an Indian came down and told them that God had left them all and they had to make up their own rules. It's a pretty weird thing. I do like the idea about marrying multiple wives, though.
Yeah, I think that sometimes I think I'd like to be a sister wife.
Would you? You know what? Yeah.
I kind of think so.
I mean, really, if you think about that, the upside for a dude gets to sleep with multiple broads. Downside has to listen to multiple broads on a daily basis,
Right.
complain about each other.
He's got to be a good man. He's got to be a good man to handle and keep all those women happy because, it's hard enough to keep one happy.
Yeah. How do they schedule that?
Well, I'll tell you what. You watch the show Sister Wives on
I've
TLC.
seen it, yeah.
That guy is a fucking loser. He's already crapping out more kids. He
They
can't.
love
He doesn't
him.
have enough time for the ones he's already fucking shit out.
No.
And he's like, I think it's time we have a baby. By the way, do you watch your own show, asshole? You have teenage kids saying, "I haven't seen you in 2 weeks."
I have 12 million babies.
Is it really time to start having kids? But I think I could dig that lifestyle because I wouldn't crap out that many kids. I'd have one kid per woman.
I feel
I'd
like
have a Chinese woman, I'd have a white woman, and a Latin woman.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yep.
Wow, so diverse.
I like the dark ones.
Yeah.
I would not have a dark one because they're mouthy and they can beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, you don't want them to mouth off.
I wouldn't. No, I don't mind them mouthing off because all women mouth off. But
Sometimes you just got to smack them around a little bit.
That's
oh,
right.
come on. All right, Bethany, what's in the news? What else we got?
Oh, I've been looking forward to this story. The Swiss have come up with a novel idea, the Sex Box. A $2.6 million prostitution drive-in park has been erected in the city as a way to keep legal prostitution off the streets and away from illegal activity often found in the massage parlors. These small wooden shanties, modeled off the drive-in brothels in Germany and the Netherlands, include outdoor bathrooms, a small cafe table, a string of colorful lights, and a clever sign encouraging the use of condoms.
Oh.
Now sex workers can enjoy lush park views while being boned by strangers.
Oh, God. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes.
That's what every
Classic.
hooker I've ever paid for does. And I'm like, sweetheart, I'm not paying you
Girls
to be...
study it.
Like, I don't need to hear that. It's fine. I know I'm not getting you off. Obviously, I'm with a hooker.
Cut the crap.
Shut up. All right, so Bethany, what are we talking about here? Like, by the way, can we all admit that Europe is way more
Cool.
cool,
Progressive.
progressive
Way
than
ahead.
us? I mean,
Way
come
ahead.
on. So what are they saying? They're going to build a facility where
No,
you
they
just
already
drive
have. They
already
built
have
them.
'em.
But the thing is that there's like one wall between. It's like a stall. It's like a horse barn.
yeah.
Open.
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
Oh.
Yeah, and so you can. It's like kind of like a group orgy thing because you can hear everyone.
Yeah.
But there's no bed or anything. It's like it's like a table in there, like a cafe table.
Like a koala changing table, like in the
Yeah,
bathrooms at Target.
that's
and you
exactly
just
what it
prop
looks
them
like.
up on there. And
Does it give any info on like what the fees are or what's the deal here?
I
How's
think
it
that
work?
it's probably an individual basis. You really
You know
need some more.
Now what? Well, no. What I like.
Do you have pictures of these girls that
How
are in
much are
there,
flights?
Or,
What I like about this is that they probably don't have this in the city. You got to drive out on the outskirts. Is that?
I think it's a little out. It's a little out. It's in a lush park. It's beautiful.
The only thing that's going to take this business down is all the people flying in from different countries that will obviously ruin it. They can't handle that kind of freedom. Yeah, you know what I
kind of
mean?
progressiveness.
Yeah, they're gonna like murder all of them, and it'll be so gross.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. How do you
Hooker
feel about?
murder
Well,
stalls.
I think this brings up an interesting question. How do you guys feel about prostitution?
crowd
Mikey likes it.
Yeah.
This one's too much
Mikey
for me.
likes it.
Since I have so much to say.
I'm okay with
I'm
it.
a lone wolf, of course.
I'm okay with admitting that I've hired a prostitute or two. Here's my thing with it. It's very unfulfilling, though, at least for me.
No.
Well,
It's an empty experience, Patrick. Is that what
no.
I was trying to say?
it's not empty. But
It's an emptying experience.
You know what? I can't explain it fully, but I'll say that I don't completely get off on it. I like the idea of someone that wants to be there for the real reasons. Some
Yeah.
broad
Novel
showing up.
idea.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what? There's nothing like
God forbid.
banging a broad and have her look at her cell phone while you're doing it, going like, "You got 5 minutes." You know what I mean? Like
That's hot.
Kind of takes away the.
I don't. No.
So, Chris, how do you feel about prostitution?
You know me. I'm a big libertarian fan of civil liberties. You know, I think baseball players, athletes should be able to do steroids. I think grown men, adults, people in general should be able to do whatever they want as long as they're not hurting anybody else.
Right.
So I think if somebody chooses to prostitute themselves as a way of making a living, I think they should be able to do that without, fear of prosecution.
Right.
I don't know if I would be a patron of such a thing, but I think people should be able to make their own choices. We're all adults here.
And may God have mercy on your soul.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
right.
Let God judge us.
Let God
Yeah.
sort them out. That's right.
All right. What else is in the news, babe?
Okay. Next, Connecticut police say an 81-year-old man lay waiting on his porch, rifle in hand, hoping to shoot a pesky raccoon when he sneezed and then shot himself in the leg. James Pace Sr. sustained a bullet to his shin, but luckily the injuries were non-life-threatening. When asked by New Haven police how it happened, Pace said the raccoon had once made it into the house, had a snack, and then every night since was scratching on the door to get back in. The man had been trying to shoot the intruder for days, but somewhere in the brush was a raccoon with a last laugh.
Please go over.
I love raccoons.
Now, what this story makes me think about is who was that football player that shot himself in the leg a couple years
That
back?
was,
Plaxico.
Plaxico Burress, yes. He also wore track pants to a strip club.
Go ahead, Mikey. What were
The
you gonna
girl was the first one to name drop that. I'm embarrassed.
I know.
say?
It's hot. It's hot.
What I don't know if this guy's going to do some jail time for that, but I think it's funny just to leap off that story that football player did time for shooting himself.
Well, there's a reason the football player did time. You're not allowed to have handguns in New York City. The reason he did time is because there's a zero tolerance. That guy who shot himself with a shotgun on his porch trying to shoot a raccoon. Yeah, let's go there. Yeah, that raccoon was sneaking in trying to take my little Debbie cakes. Like I don't buy his story one bit. I think
Really?
what he
He's a
got by
liar.
shooting himself. Yeah, I think he was trying to shoot something else. But that's what's called in general circles a stupidity penalty.
So many layers.
Yes.
Did that raccoon have a sweatshirt and Skittles and headphones?
I love raccoons. I'd have a pet raccoon.
You did?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No, I would have one.
Oh, I was going to say you did.
No, I had them. They were around.
So Bethany, is the guy okay? What's the deal?
Yeah, he's fine. It was just a shot to the leg. He didn't
It's
die
just
or
a flesh
anything.
wound.
He's an old guy. He's tough, man. He's just living on his own, shooting.
And the raccoon's okay?
The raccoon
Crowd likes it.
lived long and prospered.
All right. Well, that was fun. Where'd you pull some of these stories? The world's dumbest fucking criminals.
Yeah,
All right.
some of 'em.
What else you got, baby?
They're all pretty dumb. That's what I kind of gravitate to. Two women living in the south side of Chicago had an argument that turned violent, leaving a 38-year-old woman noseless.
Ow.
The victim's cousin, Damika Robinson, 39, bit her several times on the face and body in the heat of their confrontation. She was later arrested on domestic battery charges for the disfigurement of her family member.
Stings the nostrils.
Sure does.
In a good way.
That's
Obviously
not a good
not.
way. No.
Go ahead, Chris.
Nope.
I growing up in Massachusetts, tough area where I grew up.
What town?
In the ghetto.
It was Lunenburg.
Who?
Lunenburg, small town out.
What's it near? Give me a point of reference.
Where it's near nothing,
Love
and
it.
that's what makes it dangerous.
Okay.
So I remember in high school, a fight ended with another kid biting the earlobe of another kid off in a
Tyson.
scrap.
Like Mike Tyson.
pre Mike Tyson. But yeah, so this is not a phenomenon that I am not aware of. Yeah. Like biting someone. I think it's completely pussy. Go ahead, Chris.
No. What I was going to say, she was only charged, what were the charges?
She was arrested for domestic battery.
How was she not charged with cannibalism? Because you're attempting to eat another person.
I don't know if she consumed it. What if she didn't consume it?
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, there's people that like chew food and spit it out. They're still getting the juices.
I think there's weapon teeth and then eating teeth.
Weapon teeth? Like sharpened, like vampire teeth?
Yeah.
Or like, do you think she like premeditated sharpening her incisors
I
to
think she
get
was
the
on
nose
meth.
off? It sounds like it. Bath salts.
I think it's fucked up to bite someone's shit off.
Yeah.
Obviously, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Their shit off, yeah.
I've gotten in enough fights in my life where
You
people
have.
do weird stuff where
I've
they grab
seen a
your
few,
nut sack or they fucking do weird shit.
That's what I would do.
But the biting thing, that's always been weird to me. And then when I saw Mike Tyson do that a few years back, I was like, that's a very animalistic type of behavior to bite that. I mean, to do that, you know.
It's desperate. You've given up. That's your only chance. Like you're admitting defeat. Like when you're throwing hands at somebody and then they go to like bite you or like it's over.
It's weird, right?
You've lost.
You're on adrenaline at that point. We could all just get to that point where we bite someone.
But to the point where you rip a person's flesh off.
An appendage.
It's weird.
It's a little weird. Yeah.
Well, I don't.
People get angry. It's emotional.
If someone was punching me in the face, I might bite.
No, it's way worse, Bethany, than punching someone in the face.
Crowd doesn't like it either.
Piece of their...
I know,
Bethany, we're running out of time, but I would love to hear if you've ever gotten a scrap with another woman.
No.
Ever?
You know what? I use my words.
You've never gotten in a fight with another chick?
No.
Ever?
Not on, like, I do, like, combat stuff, but not for real. Just for pretend. I can fight with a sword, but...
Hey, now. Sword fight?
Wow.
I can't fight a woman.
All right, well, there we go. Well, let's wrap up the news, baby girl.
I'm Bethany. That's the news. And I'm not the town whore. Sorry.
You are not the town whore. Let's cue it out. Guys, I want to thank you for listening once again. I know we've taken some time out of your day. Look, you guys got a lot of things to do. I mean, you guys, I've seen some of you people on Facebook. You have some stealing of cars and robbing of banks.
General grifting.
We love you anyway.
We do.
We're all friends here. But what we need you to do is don't steal cars. Steal people's attention.
Yes.
And bring it over to the Dude Show.
That was good.
The Dude Show needs to grow. And the only way we can do that is if you share it. So thank you. Chris, thanks for being here. Mikey, thanks for being here. Bethany, thank you. And stay frosty, my friends. We'll see you on the next podcast. We love you.